So I just want to share my testimony of what God did for me on Sunday night. I know I'd been baptized in the Holy Spirit before. I know God had met with me very specifically and he showed me things about what he was going to use me for. But I just wanted more. I didn't want to stay where I was. I didn't want to remain the same way that I was. I wanted to move on with God. And I was really just seeking him for that. And we had Ben Fitzgerald come, and he's a great man of God. And I was like, God, would you get him to pray for me? Would you get him to speak a word over me? And he went and he had spoken words over people. And in that sense, he didn't say anything directly to me. During his message, it was a powerful message. And then he prayed and he was going around praying for different people, and he didn't pray for me. And I was like, okay, God. And then he left. So I then went up to the front and I was just worshiping. And I was like, God, I've been blessed by this meeting, but God, I came here because I wanted a fresh baptism of the Holy Spirit. I wanted more of your Spirit, because it says that Jesus was filled with the Spirit and had the Spirit without measure. And Jesus, as you're making me to be like you, I want the Spirit without measure. So I just went up to the front and I was worshiping, and our pastor was standing to one side. And I was just like, no, I'm going to go ask him for prayer. So I went up and I just said to him, I need a fresh filling of the Holy Spirit. I need a baptism of fire. So he started praying for me, and he wasn't even touching me. He was just kind of, his hands were just over my head like that, and he was just praying for me. And then I'm not even 100% sure what he said. But as he was praying for me, God just, I always found the whole falling down thing kind of weird, but I get it now, because it's just when God comes down in his glory, when God comes down in his way, you can't but fall, because he's just so much greater. He's so much stronger than us. So as he was praying, it was just like, almost like God pushed me in the chest, and I just fell to the ground. And I was just praying and just thanking God for his work, for his filling. And then another song came on, and I'd spent some time praying, and I just leaped up and just started worshiping God and rejoicing in him. And I know since then there's just been a fresh hunger to seek him, just a fresh passion to be praying, just in my quiet time, and to be praying for people, because God does touch people, God does change lives. And it's awesome to experience it in my own life, and also to know that, God, you're going to use me to reach others.